Well, go do a 10. I'm not, he is. Are you? No, he's trying to cop out.
He's making excuses.
He's making excuses. I am so lost right now. Are you kidding me? Today we are riding with Chris freaking Corning. If you don't know who he is, check this out. Exactly, the dude's freaking gnarly, so throughout this video, I'm gonna get 5 to more tips on what makes this guy awesome and what makes him sick, and that you guys can learn and bring into your own riding. That's the goal of this channel, is to make you as awesome as possible. Let's go. The first thing we're gonna do, let's awkwardly play a little game of skate.
Skate, all right, let's do it.
All right, so for me, this is a great warm up. So the first trick we're gonna do is just a nice back one. All right, now you set a trick, I'm gonna follow.
Ooh.
I know. We got sun, we got 30 minutes, we got to get right into it.
Switch back one.
Ooh, switch back one. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Switch back one, I don't even know which one switch a regular.
Booyah.
This one might hurt the hip, but it could be worth a letter. Back one, seatbelt.
Oh.
See? Oh, yes!
That's an S.
We got him. All right, you're set. You're set. Oh, now you know this game all of a sudden is gonna get gnarly because he's gonna show me up. Let's go.
Should we get gnarly?
My boots need to be tightened for this one.
I'm thinking if you want to go gnarly, back 5 on the ground.
Frick. All right, hip. Here we go. All right, we gotta see the boy. Oh!
No.
I'm gonna say that was not it.
Not it. Not it.
Not it. But I'm gonna try to get him on his own trick. All right, let's go.
Oh! All right, switch, nollie, front 3 kind of butter thing.
It's so funny how different that was to a 5. All of a sudden it's like slow down. You're like, what are we doing? All right, so now backside 360 while keeping the nose on the ground and don't die. Yes!
Back 1 to toes to switch back 3.
Woo! The other challenging thing about this game is he's goofy, I'm regular, so I gotta process everything backwards. But for you guys, if you're goofy or regular, you get 2 different viewpoints, which is sick.
Oh! Got him!
I freaking blew it! All right, this one gets a little wild. It's a little techy, so if you guys want to try it, definitely try it. We're gonna go nollie, toe chip, front 1.
Ooh, this one is gonna be techie.
But you cannot catch an edge. Do we count it? Okay, redo. Barracks rules, whistle. Off the ground. See, I like the judge.
Oh! Still no. Hard way back 3 off the heels.
360. Off the heels. Oh! All right, I'm gonna try this one. If he gets hurt, my bad.
Ooh. He's going after all my broken wrists right here.
We don't have to.
No, we got this. We got this.
Oh!
That's awesome.
Robin, he always points you out when I see you. And I'm like, yeah,
let's go. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Have a great day. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel or want to pick up some merch, go ahead and check out shopbenetech.com.
This is gonna be a tough one. Front flip, no jump. Just off the normal, flats here.
All right, well, prove it.
Ah.
Oh, I am so lost right now. Are you kidding me? All right, the hip is not gonna even attempt that one. I am out. I definitely lost a game of skate. That's exactly why we're here today, because this guy is gnarly. So definitely stick around because we're gonna interview this guy. We're gonna get a lot of stuff out of him today. And on that note, let's cruise down to the park, get a little warm-up run. And on the chairlift, I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Sounds good, let's do it.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen that in person.
The one question I have is, can you 10 jump long, medium?
Well, we could 9 it right here.
Okay, are we doing first trick Friday on a Tuesday? I don't know, maybe it's Wednesday.
We're gonna have to go switch though.
You're going switch?
Yeah, switch
back
cab 9.
You're gonna go cab 9?
Yeah, and then maybe we'll try cab 10 on it if you want to see that.
Okay. I'm gonna go back 7, see how the hip is feeling, kind of vibe a little bit.
9 on 1?
With the grab. Are you kidding me? Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so one thing we're gonna notice right from the get-go. Chris grabbed, looked clean, absolutely insane, and then me, absolutely garbage. But that is a big difference of somebody who's on the elite level versus some dude who's snowboarding once in a while, you know?
Yeah. Well,
What?
You know, that's a lot. That's like 16 years of practice. So.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for 25. What? Okay, then we got Patty. You know Patty, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, Patty.
Back rodeo.
Deep, let's go.
Love back rodeos. Switch back 5.
Oh, Patty.
Is he going back 7 again?
Maybe the grab.
Oh, back 3 crail. We're gonna do front 7 this time. Maybe grab mute. Oh, I didn't take as much speed as you did.
I feel like there was a lot of speed on that thing. That was wild.
All right, I got one right here.
Frick.
You got to hit this drop rail.
Okay.
50-50 the first one.
Okay.
Gap, front 1 the second one.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay. 50-50. Gap. Oh, the boys got it.
Oh!
That's not that bad. That wasn't that bad. When you hit the end, it has like a fun spring to it. That's fun. Switchback 1, hard way, Japan.
I don't think I've hit this jump this season.
Okay, then
So let's rip it up.
I'll go first. You can see my speed, and then if I knuckle, go faster.
Oh, off the heels too. Oh. That's a tough one. I grabbed in between my legs on accident.
Oh, real quick, why does that matter?
Well, in Japan, you're supposed to grab around the knee.
Why?
So then you can tweak it backwards. Whereas when you're inside, your arm gets stuck. So you're not gonna be able to tweak it up behind you.
The ultimate goal is to have the ability to do both.
Exactly.
As a snowboarder, you want to be versatile. You want to be able to do some tricks, but you also want to be able to grab around the knee on the lead hand, the backhand, just so you have options. As I said earlier, this dude's a gnarly shredder, and he's actually started a YouTube channel. So if you want to see some of the gnarliest tricks behind the scenes at competition, how he trains, how he does all that stuff, follow him on YouTube. It's gonna be linked down below. Let's give the boy some hype. Follow his channel because this dude's sick, super cool, and follow him. So we're on the chairlift. I'm gonna ask you a nice question. What has played the biggest role in your success for your snowboard career? What do we got?
I think the biggest thing that I have to say is I've always just tried to have fun riding. So ever since I was a kid, I always rode with people that were better than me, but I always tried to have the most fun I could. Because anytime I tried to make it feel like a job or anything, I really struggled. And a lot of times when I'm in big contests and I go the whole practice day struggling, but I have the one run at the end of the day that was fun, then that makes my whole day way better.
I freaking love that, and coming from a coach's perspective, you have to be in the game for so long to be competitive and to get good, and if you're miserable and you hate it, you're not gonna spend 10, 15 years on the grind, but if you actually love it, then you give yourself a best opportunity to actually get good because you wanna go snowboard, you have fun. So I love that. That's something I didn't expect.
What would you expect?
Something like, oh, the gym's really helped me. It's like progressed me a lot because I was able to stay healthy and minimize injuries. I expected something like that.
That's fair.
Play a big role.
Yeah.
But I love that answer. That's way better. So we're gonna go try to send. Are you going cab? Is he gonna do it?
We could try cab 10.
Try
We
it.
definitely had time for sure.
He had time.
It was not too bad.
And I was just telling Chris that I struggle with the grab. I tap it, I let go. It just doesn't look sick. What was your piece of advice for this dude? The coach getting coached.
Grab later. Anytime you feel like you're struggling holding the grab, you're probably grabbing too early because you're looking for that landing. So if you can spin at the beginning, like stay compact, but spin at the beginning and then grab like on here 720, if you grab at 360, that's gonna help. Whereas I can guarantee you tried to grab at 180 or right off the takeoff and you lose all your spin when you do that.
That is literally what I struggle with, is I lose the rotational momentum, and my boy Sean, he's told me that. He's like, you slow down and you lose everything. And then I have to refight to like gain that momentum again. So I have to let go and do all this stuff that's not that sick. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. A little front blunt. One thing that Chris was talking about earlier is riding with better people. It's so fun, because I love just watching people who are good at snowboard, and then they inspire, then you're like, oh, I want to try that. Was that cab or front?
That was front two, yeah.
That's a little front 270, you know? It's like, oh, that gives me the idea to try it. Now, am I gonna do it or not? I don't know, but at least we got ideas. And the challenge from our boy, Sean, he said, go cab 10, or go do a 10. So he's up for the challenge. We're gonna give it a nice little juice. I'm not, he is.
Then we're gonna have to work on that backside. 7. We're gonna have to learn how to grab.
I'm actually gonna learn how to snowboard. Let's go. Are you? Oh. On a scale of 1 to 10, how gnarly was that?
It was not gnarly. Like 2 maybe.
A 2!
Just because it was not high. If it was a bigger jump, it would just take a little bit more thinking. But since, you know, I'm only a couple feet off the ground, if I was to go down, it wouldn't be a big deal.
What? I believe it. Especially when you do this all the time and you do 1800s, 10.
Yeah.
Kind of a warm-up trick at this point.
I was able to spot, see everything there, whereas in 18s, you're not seeing much.
You have 12? The funny part, hold on, he's thinking about it. That's the funny part, he's processing. So, I'm gonna give you a challenge. Back 3 crail.
Not happening, because we're gonna work on your backside.
From here, but like I don't have enough speed, you know, he's trying to cop out.
He's making excuses now.
He's making excuses. I'll go Sev, you go crail.
Well, you did that last time.
Yeah.
It's a whole run ago.
Yeah, okay, I'll up it one more time. We're gonna go crail to seatbelt.
I don't got this, but I'll give it a try. Nope.
I got him. Let's go.
You got me. Like I said, I'm blaming that on all your years of grabbing early.
Absolutely, Rustin.
I have to practice grabbing late all the time, so I'm not ready for that.
Or I blame it on my long arms. It's just right there. I don't even have to move. I just kind of like tickle, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. Well, we did front one last time. We got back one over it.
I'll try. We'll give her some shots.
Yes. Easy. Maybe we'll try one of my favorites. Front lip, tail tap, front 3s. Oh, Speedy Gonzalez right there.
See, the secret, if you don't actually want to slide a rail, just tap it.
It's a good one to learn. Like when I was a younger kid, I learned on every way of doing that. Backboard, tail tap, front 1, switch backboard, tail tap, front 1. Front board, tail tap, like they're all just, it's cool things to spice up your like rail game just a little bit. Doesn't take a whole lot of effort, and they're not too scary to try.
And that's one thing that's really sick is like, we talked about it a little bit ago, being versatile in your riding and being able to do regular, switch, front side, back side, nose tap, tail tap, as many different little things that you can, and then later you put them all together and then you can win a games of skate and maybe hustle some people. All right, I got a challenge for me. Yep, back 7 on this, you know, this good old jump. See if we can actually grab late. So back 7, oh my God. I think one of the hardest things in snowboarding is breaking muscle memory. As long as I've been doing this, I know it's not the most awesome technique, so trying to re-break that and I'm in the air, and your body just takes over and your mind takes over and just do what it does. So being a little bit more conscious is gonna be fun. This is exciting. This is like a great way to push your ability without increasing the consequences. Trying to get better,
totally,
but not trying to get broke off. Question number 2 is, on the biggest stages like the Olympics, the craziest events, how the heck do you handle the pressure? Let's go.
Big thing, you need a routine. It starts in everyday life. Whenever you feel anxiety, stress, happiness, anything that has emotion to it, think about what you do. Think about how you overcome those things. Think about what makes you happy. Why are you happy in that scenario? Why are you stressed out in that scenario? How can you overcome that? So it starts with a routine. My routine has a lot of breathing techniques, and then it goes into visualization. Then I usually listen to some music if I happen to have music that day, kind of depending on how I'm feeling. If I need to be amped up, I'll listen to music. If not, then I kind of like to not listen to music. So it just kind of, it's a ever evolving scenario. But having a routine that you stick to every time, because what gets you in trouble is being in a place that you're not familiar. So when you're at the top of the course and you're feeling stressed out, like, oh my God, I gotta land this run, it's the biggest stage, the Olympics or whatever, like, where can you go that you've been before? If you can get to a place that you've been there before in everyday life, you'll be so much better.
And I love that because you're gonna handle pressure at different level, but learning from the best of the best who are freaking killing it and taking the secrets, definitely not a bad thing. So we got limited amount of sun. I'm gonna hop into another question. So stick with us, and then we're gonna go do some riding. Question number 3, have you had any injuries? And if so, how did you overcome them mentally? We're not trying to get dark, but I wanna help you guys who have like dealt with injuries, fear, that kind of stuff. Figure it out, let's go.
Yeah, I think my biggest injury I've had is a Lisfranc in my foot. So basically there's 3 ligaments that hold the arch of your foot up together, and I tore those. So the bone that's in there is now kind of flipped inside out. And so now I just have a big bone sticking out of my foot. And so I've been taping up my foot for 8 years now. And the biggest thing for me is, you know, when I got hurt doing it, I just had to go back up there and do it again. It doesn't matter if it was right then, but I just had to go and do it again. I could never let myself feel comfortable if I never did it again. I just always wanted to get up there, and it's scary. It's scary doing it. It's scary doing something that you're not comfortable with, that you maybe got hurt on, but it's worth it. It makes your life so much easier. It's just a weight that's off of you. And it kind of comes back to that routine thing. It's the exact same thing. You know, you got to do what you feel comfortable with so you can make it easier for yourself.
And I love that because mentally, the hardest part coming back from injury is mental, but we build this thing up to be something that it's not. And so if we can just minimize that, I like that idea. So now we're gonna go ride, vibe, and then we're gonna come back with a couple more questions. I got some good ones. Do you ever feel like your boots are just never tight, but then they're too tight?
Well, somebody said cab 12. That's what I heard.
Oh, wait, what? What are we doing?
What?
What are you doing?
What?
You doing it?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Watch, watch, watch. He's trying to go 12. Oh my goodness. You good? I didn't get to see
Yeah,
the
it's
land.
all good. We found the limit of the jump. How about that?
Without wind.
Without the wind. Without the wind. I probably was with the wind, probably going like 2 feet bigger, and then it would have been fine.
I'm gonna try it back savvy with a late grab, but I have to like fight like habit. So it's like throw, grab.
Yeah.
Dramatic YouTuber stuff. You know,
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so be dramatic. That's all you gotta do.
Be dramatic and try to just stand up in it. Like, don't worry about the grab as much.
Okay.
Think about throwing the trick and then maybe grabbing, instead of grabbing and then trying to fight it. There we go. Perfect. Back one, nose grab.
Okay, so one thing I want to say is I felt like it was like a 1/10 of a second later.
It was way later.
It was it?
Yeah, you grabbed a 360.
Because I felt the difference. I think I could have held on it longer after I grabbed it.
For sure.
But I felt something different.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it too. Like, you didn't end up in the back seat. You were over your snowboard. You were stacked, which I haven't seen you do yet on a backside spin.
Let's go! Okay, small improvements are such a big win. Oh, Sonny, let's go ride.
We've done a lot of backside. We should try something frontside, huh? I think I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go crail.
Are we doing it off the toes?
Sure,
We're challenging.
if that's what you want to do,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
try it. Off the toes, front 3 crail, not seatbelt.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. That is absolutely funny. I swiped for it 3 times and then I look down here and he's doing the same thing. It's like just out of reach. You're just like, it's there.
Let's try we're gonna do quick feet on this one.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna do the drop rail.
Okay.
We're gonna go backboard, 50-50, backboard. You ready for that?
I love how he says we.
We.
Let's go.
Well, you've incorporated me on everything. So
No,
it's
that's not
your
true.
turn.
That is true, that's true. What?
That went so fast.
Yes.
So fast.
That is wild. I was going into it completely not gonna do it. And then I thought, you know what? We're not gonna biscuit out.
Let's try this long rail, huh? Oh, first tee. Nice job.
I've actually never gotten that rail in my entire life,
That was amazing.
but I had to make up for that trash front 3 that I didn't do. It's like, I swear I have done this trick. The last question is gonna be, how much does gear matter, and what are your preferences on some of the gear stuff that people don't really know about that you do? And then I'm gonna chirp in with my thoughts on what I do and how they're different. Let's go.
Yeah, I think gear does play a big part in it. I run really stiff boots. I run the lightest but the stiffest bindings that I can. And then I run a really stiff board, but a little bit shorter board. Now, this all comes into play because of what I do in snowboarding of slopestyle and big air. I spin a lot. I do a lot of big jumps, so I need a lot of really good help on the landings because my body takes a lot, but anytime I have gear that can help me out, that makes a huge difference. But having that specific to me, I really like stiff stuff. That's as light as I can get it.
So earlier we were talking about, and something he did say off camera was, when he gets a brand new pair of boots, he loves it. Is that true, or am I just making stuff up?
It is true. My feet don't love it and everything, but I love when they're strong, they're stiff, they're responsive. That first week of having new boots is usually the best. Then they kind of tail off, and then by the end, the third week or so, when I'm done using them, then they're pretty soft and they're pretty blown out. And so I always run like 2 sizes smaller boots. So I usually end up with bloody toes, which is never fun, but it's important. You know, I gotta be able to snowboard at the top level, and these are the sacrifices that I gotta make to be able to have responsive boots.
And that last statement about the level that he is at, the level this dude's at is absolutely incredible, and I'm at a different level. I'm an average snowboarder who likes to go ride, we vibe, we have a good time, and I like my setup to be a lot more gentle. I have soft boots, you know, decent bindings, but I like having a little bit more flexibility, a little bit play in my equipment, so I have a little bit more room for error. Because if I'm not perfect, I'm not gonna die and just get broke off, but I am not at the same level. If he can get 1% more out of his equipment, then why not? Why would you not do it? At that level, that could be a big difference, agree?
Yeah, it's a huge thing. And then it's really about having consistent gear. Like, if I have gear that's getting softer throughout the year, then that changes how I'm gonna snowboard and how I can land and how I take off and how I am on rails. So like having consistent gear, so I have a lot of turnover in gear to make it so I have stiff stuff that's pretty much the same no matter where I am. And then you're at warm weather or you're at cold weather, and snowboards and boots, they act differently at different temperatures. So trying to think about all of that stuff, just because me riding at an elite level, I have to be the most consistent I possibly can. When I only have 2 chances to land the best stuff I possibly can at the highest level, you know, doing 18s and possibly 19s or quads or whatever it might be, like, you have to be consistent.
And I back that. So now going back to you guys, as the viewers and people watching this channel, the 2 big things that I gotta say is finding the stuff that works for you, your style, your body type, and the application that you're trying to apply it to. It's gonna be very different than what I ride and what Chris rides. And at the same time, equipment matters, but when you're first starting out, understanding body position, understanding the mechanics of snowboarding is gonna play a significant part. Once you understand that stuff, then I feel equipment plays a big role. All right, on that note, there's sun, let's ride, vibe, send it. Padding only matters if you crash. Don't crash. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's fine.
If
It's
I have a full day without crashing, it's a good day,
Yeah.
which was not today.
Well, you know, but
right.
yeah, you gotta learn how to fall too. All right, now that the sun's back, my goal is to do a back 7 a little bit later and hold the grab longer, which sounds like a contradiction. You wanna follow me in? Back 7, you do what you do.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, making moves, drop it in 40 hours. Chest up.
I'm gonna do a back 7 too. See, gotta work on that pop.
Talking about handling pressure, we have 2 opportunities, but we're gonna skip the last. We're gonna do frontside 360 off of the toes, grab crail, don't miss. Grab crail, don't miss. Pressure's on, can we handle it?
Right now.
I gotta do my routine. Shoot, I don't have one. Rip, we gotta get one because of the boy. Let's go, all right. Follow me in and then post up. Little crail, try not to miss, don't fail. Here we go, drop. Okay.
Oh, he got it just barely. Just barely. Pressure's on here. Oh, no! I still didn't get it. Nice job though. You got it.
The funniest thing is I literally got it by the tip of my fingertip and I held it for like that long and I was like,
Yeah, it's better. It's better than me.
Oh.
It's better than me. Nice job, long arms.
yes. Okay, Those are fighting words. Some say I have awkwardly long arms make it easier, but I don't know. I don't know how to prove it. All right, guys, we're gonna end that there. It's an absolutely incredible day. Hope you guys liked the video. Definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're digging the channel, follow his channel. All of his stuff is gonna be linked down below, behind the scenes, gnarly riding, absolutely incredible. It's gonna be sick. And you wanna jump on the train while it's at the station, because this guy's gonna be popping off. Appreciate you, dude.
Thank you
That
so
was
much for having
insane.
me. I had so much fun.
That was wild.